I whine on some big bumper and even some small bumper, but when I whine on Babbzy bumper, I forget about all of them bumper. Oh, Babbzy, you're teasing, but Mr. Vibe not leaving, because strictly Babbzy always having a bumper season. Whoa.
So I know that I'm really late, but there's a reason for it, and I've been hiding the reason. But I feel that now is the time for me to just be honest and explain what's really going on, why I've been like kind of like MIA every now and then the past couple of weeks. The truth of the matter is I'm upset about a lot of things, and you know, I'm going to touch on them in this video. I don't know where to start, but I'm going to try and get my point across quickly because I don't want this to be too long of a video. First thing first, I'm having a hard time with the level of ignorance in our society. The level of ignorance to me is like at an astronomical level. And it's to the point where I just don't know, me as one human being, what to do anymore. I feel like I am just lost in this fucking crazy world, to the point where like I've had conversations lately where I'm saying like we have to really be in hell. Like there's another place better than this, than where we are right now. This cannot be it. You know, let me stem back because you know, I grew up, I would say, fairly sheltered from ignorance, a certain kind of ignorance. Now, the whole world is ignorant. Everybody has some sort of ignorance to them. But there's different kinds of ignorance. In Canada, a lot of the ignorance I've had to face was cultural and racial ignorance. So people might not necessarily know the difference between Barbados and Jamaica or Trinidad. Where like, you know, you might come to school with a roti and people want to know what the hell that is. So that's the kind of ignorance I really faced growing up and stuff. My first real encounter with ignorance was when I moved to Barbados in 2005. When I moved to Barbados in 2005, like I got the bitch slap cultural shock of a lifetime. I didn't know that people really walked around the earth with this level of ignorance. Now, when I say ignorance, I mean day-to-day interaction with people, how you treat another person, how you handle situations. Barbados, to me, and I mean, I left. I ended up coming back to Canada. It was just like the rock bottom of ignorance for me. And I was just like, I ain't ever going back about there. It can't happen. So, going on forward in life, I come to blog now. Start blogging, and my blogging starts to open myself up to different areas. As you know, my fan page probably has a person from every single country on the entire planet. There's a lot of West Indians, but there's a lot of West Indians living in Korea or Hong Kong or even Russia. So I say to myself now, you know, let me just talk about this topic and that topic. And the bigger my blog gets, the more ignorance I'm encountering, which is scaring me. Because like, I don't understand why we are embracing and encouraging slackness. So now I'm starting to realize that no, it's not just Bajans that are ignorant to that kind of ignorance. It's all across the fucking West Indies. And it doesn't matter if you're Jamaican. It doesn't matter if you're from Belize. It doesn't matter if you're from Guyana. It just seems to be this common across the board type of ignorance. Now, there's ignorance in the United States of America. There's the black people who are ignorant as well, which aggravates me. But it's two different kinds of ignorance. Well, let me get into the two different kinds of ignorance, what I want to talk about. First thing first. Now, actually, I'm not going to separate us. Let me just unite the whole thing. First thing first. This whole twerking epidemic that seems to be going on around the world. What the fuck? Like, seriously, like, what the fuck? Like, F-O-C-K. Are these people doing? And I don't get it. Like, what is the purpose of this? So now, girl A decides she wants to twerk. She's in jeans. She's twerking. World star hip hop, let's say. Look underneath. See the comments. Man, like, I want you to do that on my dick. You look good. This, that, whatever, right? Now, this is what the problem with us is. Because we have a lot of facets that are wrong. And the problem is that they're starting to overlap into each other. So you're not even seeing where the starting point is. Now, when a girl twerks and the guys encourage it, there are girls with low self-esteem, primarily due to the fact that they probably have no father. That's probably 95% of the reason why these girls have low self-esteem. Because the love from a father is a different kind of love. So they come now and they see this girl twerking, getting attention, and they say to themselves, okay, I'm going to do a video too. But now, because they want to outdo the previous person, they say to themselves, I'm going to twerk in a bathing suit. So they come and they twerk in a bathing suit. This person gets more and more and more and more comments coming down. So then now, other low self-esteemed individuals feel like this is the methodology they need to use to gain attention. So they say to themselves, okay, fine, I'm going to twerk in a G-string. Now, the problem is this. Men who should be bunning that shit out don't bun it out. They encourage it and they entertain it. Then what happens is that same man comes to me and says, Babbzy, I can't find a decent woman in society. All the women are whores and all the women are this and they have that. But you're encouraging it. So it's like every single one of us needs to work better. Why I keep saying that this single parenthood thing doesn't work, it's not working. But every time I bring it up, people are cussing me, telling me that, oh, I don't want to be tied down to a man for the rest of my life and married to if I'm not sure if I... But what do you want to have a kid with him for? Why would you have a kid with a man that you don't want to marry? I don't get it. Why are you having sex with men that you don't want to be married to? I don't get it. Now, you want to be a booty call person? Be a booty call person. Go and get an IUD. Go and get a birth control patch. And stop the fucking careless breeding. Because it is the careless breeding that is the starting point of our problem. I'm going to tell you this right now. Because when I was growing up, most people had fathers, which means they had discipline in their house. Because be it in your mind or not, it is usually the father, most times, someone's going to run, oh, my mom was the one. Fuck you. On average, it is the father that leads the discipline in your home. And I'm going to tell you this right now. Those of you who have this part-time parenthood, it is not fucking working. This is what is happening to us. We're just spiraling out of control. You now don't even know how to even deal with it. And you just entertain it and encourage it. Now, the other day I see a video of children splitting and on their head top skinning out. I comment on the video. People want to come and comment to me that if it's not their child, they shouldn't care. It's not, you can't control other people's children. Let me tell you something. You have to, at all times, make sure the children around your child are on their P's and Q's. Let me tell you why. Because when your child goes to school and the next child has lice, your child can come home with it. You understand what I'm saying? When your child goes to school and another child has chicken pox, your child can come home with it. So when your child goes to school and sees other children skinning out and broadening out, your child is going to come home with that. So if you feel that at any point in time that what other children do has nothing to do with your child, you're a fucking idiot. And that is the problem. Because everything that happens around us affects us. If you blast your music and you don't care when your neighbor tells you to turn it down, your neighbor is not going to care when Joe Blow breaks your window and jumps inside and comes to rob your house. But you guys don't understand this working together mentality. Everything is, oh no, well, I'm selfish, but I'm Jamaican and I don't want this and I don't want that. And we're not going to make it. And I'm just afraid. And like, that's the God's honest truth, how I feel right now. I am deathly afraid of my fucking future because of you all. I don't know what to do anymore. I feel like if I could buy an island and run and hide, I would do that. I don't even have kids and I fear for them. Because the level of ignorance out there, it is just at an astronomical level. I don't know what to say anymore. And before I go, I'm not doing no birthday shoutouts. I'm not in the mood for that. I don't fake shit. I don't want to be like, you know, I dealing with people broadcasting me at 5 a.m. for Valentine's Day. When I'm trying to speak to them and say, you shouldn't be broadcasting people at 5 a.m., they want to overrun me with their ignorance. No, you take the fucking broadcast at 5 a.m. and just shut the fuck up. Like, I have no say in my own life. No, don't broadcast me at 5 a.m. And if you broadcast me, I'm going to delete you. I delete you, you go on Facebook and say I'm a bitch now. No, this all could stop if we just stop being ignorant with how we deal with one another. You're a promoter, you have a party. We don't have to fucking go. You're an artist, you have a song. We don't have to fucking listen to it. I don't get where you all feel that you have the right to interfere in my life and bother the fuck out of me. I'm tired, really and truly. Yeah, so before I go, no birthday shout out, sorry. I'll give you guys something next week, some giddy stuff. I'm just upset. But before I go, I want to say this. Barbados, Grenada, your election is this week. I hope to God y'all pick the right people, you know. Because I'm going to tell you this right now. This is going to be one of the most ignorant comments I'm going to make. If you in Barbados decide to put back in Frondell as your prime minister, I will effective immediately cut off any form of Dear Babbzy assistance to any of you. Because if you want jobs, you voted them back in, go and let them give you a job. Keep from fucking around me. You understand what I'm saying? If you need welfare, go to the fucking government and get it. I'm not pulling no weight for none of you all pussy holes no more. Talking shit about you grandfathers of them and this and that. You cannot be this fucking blind to vote for a side. And if you decide to do that, I am not backing you no more. This is not about B nor D. This is about Owen has the ability to deal with a nation in trouble. He has done it before. He's been prime minister before. You did not vote for Frondell to get into office. You voted for David Thompson. Errol Barrow is dead. You understand what I'm trying to tell you? And if you guys go back and vote these motherfuckers in, I can tell you something right now. I voted for David Thompson in the election before. I'm not a B nor a D. I did deal with people. But I can tell you right now, Owen is your only hope out of Frondell. And Owen, it is shit and piss. You better pick the piss. You hear what I tell you? I gone.
Yo! Can't fail me, no. Babbzy can't fail me. Can't fail me, no. News, Babbzy, you run this show. If you want to hear the latest, strictly Babbzy.com is the best. Don't take my word for it, just log on and you'll find out the rest. Alright, let me tell you. Yo, this is Stay Winter from Antigua representing for Babbzy. You lad.